Hey, what's up? It's Professor McStud, and we're looking at proportional and non-proportional functions. So under the umbrella of functions, there are linear functions, and so that's what we're going to focus on here. And then we will be looking at, under the linear function umbrella, there are proportional and non-proportional linear functions. So that's what we're looking at. So here you can see an example. It has a DJ and it charges $15 per hour. And so you'll look at this. So at one, it was at 15. So for 1 hour, it's $15. For 2 hours, it's 30. For 2 hours, it's $30. All of that. So you can see that the DJ charges $15 per hour, and that is proportional. So let's look and see what this looks like. Maybe if a function is non-proportional. So DirecTV charges $45 per month for basic satellite package plus $10 per movie channel added. The function y equals 45 plus 10x shows the amount charged per month for x number of movie channels. So let's look at this real quick. So for one movie channel, that's going to be $45 plus the $10 for the one movie fee. So this is for one movie channel. So we're looking at $55. So now then we need to set, so our point here would be 1, 55. That's x, y. So then we need to see if we have two movie channels. So if we have two movie channels, that's going to be 45 plus $20 because it's $10 per movie channel. So we're looking at $65. So our second point is 265. So to see if it's proportional or not, we can go ahead and divide here. So I can do 55 divided by 1, that gives me $55. If this is proportional, then 65 divided by 2 is going to give me 55 as well, in which it is not. We get 32.5. So essentially, what you're looking at is the more movie channels that you get, the smaller that proportion is going to be, like per movie channel. So as that list goes on. So you can see here that those two are not equal. Since these two numbers are not equal, it is not proportional. So it's not proportional because when we divide 55 divided by 1, and for the one movie channel we get 55, and then for two movie channels it's $65. Here's what, if you're not sure about that or quite understanding why that is, this $45 is what throws that off. If it were just $10 for every channel that you got, so you start off with 0, if you got 0, and that's another thing, is that if you have 0 movie channels, you're still paying $45 for that basic satellite fee. So this 45 right here is what throws that off. So if that were eliminated, then we have a proportional relationship. We're charging $10 for every movie channel, and that's what we got. So that's what makes this not proportional, is that 45 out there in front. All right, so here's our second one. It says Lisa spent the afternoon biking on neighborhood trails, and this shows Lisa's distance. Is this proportional or not? So here we go. We can look here. Here's our point right here. That is 0, 0. So she didn't start out at a certain distance. She didn't clock it as, hey, I'm already 4 miles into this trail, then we clock it. That's what would change that up. So 0, 0, that is key for identifying proportional and non-proportional relationships. So if it goes through 0, 0, called the origin, then it is proportional. So we can go ahead and look at this tip. But we can go ahead and do this other one. This is 3 and 24. That's that other point. So very important that you can identify these. So, make sure that you follow that, because this isn't 3 tick marks over. We got to make sure you understand this, how this bottom scale works. So that's 324. So I can divide. So if I do 0 divided by 0, we do get 0. If we do 24 divided by 3, I'm going to get, that's interesting. I got 0 and 8, so is this proportional or not? Well, because you divide by 0 here, that kind of sort of throws some things off. So we got to make sure that we can find another point that this goes through to make sure that we are, kind of on the right track. I would do this one right here. That's 1.5 and 12. So that one's a little bit more difficult to see. So I have 12 divided by 1.5, and I'm going to get 8. So here we can see that yes, it is proportional. So what this is going to tell us is that basically she is driving, or she's riding, I guess she's riding her bike, 8 miles per hour. So we can kind of sort of go through here and see at 1 hour she should be at 8. Yeah, about that. 2 hours she should be at a 16. Looks about like that to me. And then 3 she finally ends up at 24. So that's kind of sort of where that goes through. So all you're doing here is identifying proportional, non-proportional. Key things for proportional is that it's going to go through the origin because you got to start out at 0, 0. And then the next thing is that we've got to make sure that you've got to find 2 points on that line to make sure that when you divide them, y over x, make sure you do that, y divided by x, is that that's going to come out to some number. So what that tells us is that's your unit rate. That's telling me how much it's going up each time. So that's got to be the same. If it's not the same, then you're not going to be able to have a proportional relationship. All right, so kind of some key things here we're looking for, on proportional relationships. So we're looking for, is it going through the origin if we're looking at a graph, and if we have 2 points or 2 tables, or a table or an equation, we're dividing that out to see, if it's proportional or not. So that's what I have for you for proportional relationship or proportional functions falling under the linear function, falling under the function umbrella.